Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is July 10th of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a Donald J. Trump assassination event or death event surrounding his trip to Texas on the date of July 11th of 2025. So just really quickly, in respect to the numerology, the date of July 11th marks exactly 28,882 days since Donald J. Trump was born in Queens, New York, back on June 14th of 1946. And this number is flanked by twos and has 3 eights. It's I'm not sure what the right word is for it, but it's geometrically sound, if you will. And it's a number that the CIA would assassinate on. It's also 363 days since the Butler assassination attempt back in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13th of 2024. That sort of assassination event is expected. So, according to the latest reports, Donald J. Trump and his wife Melania Trump will depart Joint Andrews Base in Frederick County, Maryland on the date of July 11th en route to either Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio or San Antonio International Airport. And it is surrounding this trip, this round trip, that Donald J. Trump will be neutralized in some form or fashion. So exactly what type of event is planned is obviously not known, because Donald J. Trump could be accosted, assassinated while en route from the White House to Joint Andrews Base, while in the air aboard Air Force One, en route from Washington, D.C. region to Texas. But breaking news and events suggest that the CIA is going to execute one of 3 scenarios, and I'm going to outline the top 10 scenarios and then highlight the most likely. So considering that the CIA just staged this false flag attack on an ICE detention center in Alvarado, Texas, a few days ago, last week, and then they subsequently arrested 10 people for this alleged plot, because it takes 10 people to figure out how to spray up a ICE detention center with an AK-47 or an AR-15. So it appears that the CIA is planning on staging an ambush of Trump during this trip on Friday, July 11th, that's going to be blamed on people that are outraged with ICE raids. So basically, ICE terrorists are going to be executing their own form of vigilante justice against the president surrounding this trip. It's imperative to note that back on November 22nd of 1963, the CIA assassinated President John F. Kennedy in Dallas, Texas. So the precedent has been set for presidential assassination in the state, and the CIA is going to try to do this again on this particular date. Considering the horrific flooding that Texas has suffered in the last few days, the CIA could stage some sort of an assassination attack against Trump that's blamed on a victim or a relative of one of the victims of this particular flood. Of course, because this impending assassination of Trump is going to be executed by the Israeli Mossad, there's always a possibility that the CIA will scapegoat Iran or some Iran-backed drug cartel for this particular hit. That being said, Donald J. Trump, after landing in San Antonio and making his way to Kerrville, Texas by helicopter, he is going to be touring the damage. And so the CIA tried this before with Biden when he toured the damage at Fort Myers, Florida, after the man-made hurricane attack there in the last couple years. And so they plan on bringing down the chopper, which is likely the second most likely. So we have the ICE attack. That's number one most likely, because that would start a race war in America. And then number 2 would be some sort of helicopter malfunction or some weather-related phenomenon which brings down the chopper, which Trump and his wife would be touring the damage of the area in. And according to the latest reports, he's going to be going to Kerrville, Texas, which is less than an hour outside of San Antonio, Texas. The number 3 plot is that Donald J. Trump is ambushed by a group of rogue soldiers. And in order to foreshadow this, the Canadian government just arrested a group of soldiers for an alleged plot to overthrow parts of the Canadian government and quote-unquote seize land. And so this appears to be plan number 3, is that there's some sort of a coup by soldiers, which suggests that he will be landing at Lackland Air Force Base in San Antonio, Texas tomorrow. So exactly what this would entail is obviously not known, but it would be some sort of take matters into their own hands type of event where they ambush the president and his entourage, likely while departing or arriving at Lackland International or Lackland Air Force Base. And of course, last but not least, is some sort of medical-related event. I haven't checked the weather in Texas, but considering the heat wave that most of the United States is under, some sort of heat stroke, heart attack, brain aneurysm, some sort of medical-related event where the president enters into a hospital and then is subsequently murdered, and some sort of ancient ritualistic and esoteric blood sacrifice is likely in order. So just to recap, July 11th, 2025, President Trump is departing Joint Andrews Air Force Base in Frederick County, Maryland, and he's going to be departing to San Antonio, Texas to tour the damage of the floods. And so some sort of an assassination event or death event is expected, which will likely feature one or more of the aforementioned scenarios. So obviously, if this comes to fruition in reality, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.